A pre-purchase inspection for a client and the results were absolutely shocking. So make sure you watch this video to the end and learn one or two things before you purchase a vehicle. Let us talk about the elephant in the house, pre-purchase inspection. I know some individuals think that pre-purchase inspection is a waste of time, and at times people think that pre-purchase inspection is a PR stunt. I also thought so. I thought whoever doing pre-purchase inspection are trying to sabotage the car market, but after we tried a pre-purchase inspection, that's when I understood that it is a very important stuff to do. Now, I decided to do this video to let you guys know that pre-purchase inspection is a very important thing that you should do, especially if you want to purchase a vehicle and this vehicle is probably costing you a lot of money. Now in this case there are two cars here, as you can see. One is a very good looking vehicle and the other one is in I would say a terrible state. Now I had a client recently who wanted a hybrid Toyota Harrier, and after scouting for like a day or two, I did send the client the car, and he came to Mombasa, and after looking at several vehicles we narrowed down to two cars: a black Toyota Harrier hybrid fully loaded with panoramic sunroof, and the other one was a silver Toyota Harrier. The only thing missing there was a panoramic sunroof. But now the eye-catching part about the silver Toyota Harrier is the mileage on that vehicle. So I'll just briefly show you the photos. Now this is a 2018 Toyota Harrier hybrid, silver in color, with some small body kits on it, which actually made this car look very beautiful. A shiny silver color that matches brilliantly with the alloy wheels. As you can see, the alloys there are some nice silver premium, with a small body kit right there. As you can see, there is a small body kit, blue in color, which actually looks pretty good, and I think that is actually amazing. Now the asking price for this car was around 4.3 million shillings. We negotiated all the way to around 4.1 million shillings, which was a good deal, especially since the car had only a verifiable mileage of 18,000 kilometers, right? Now the other vehicle was also another Toyota Harrier hybrid, black in color, but my client hesitated on buying this vehicle because of the mileage. This one had 88,000 kilometers mileage. Now this process took us let us say 3 or 4 days, because I started scouting on Monday and the car was purchased on a Friday, so we took an entire 1 week to do our research and all that. Now we started with several vehicles. We had a blue Toyota Harrier with 45,000 kilometers mileage. The car is in good shape, but what eliminated that car was the color. There was another white Toyota Harrier, I think also that one had 38 kilometers mileage, but my client didn't like it because it was very basic, especially that it is white and it is a color that almost everyone has it around. Now at the end of the day, we narrowed down to two vehicles: the the silver Toyota Harrier and this black Toyota Harrier, which is actually pretty good. As you can notice from the boot, it has a JBL audio system. All the spares, all the accessories are available. Tire accessories were also available on the boot section. The engine bay was very clean. Look at this. The engine bay was nice. The hybrid system and the combustion engine was good. In terms of the interior, everything was perfect. Look at this. The display, mileage 88,000. The seats were nice, all electric. The quality of the leather in this black Toyota Harrier was very different from the other one, and this is the top quality Toyota Harrier that you can get in the Kenyan market. This is the top of the trim, or I'll say creme de la creme of all Toyota Harriers. Okay, the asking price for this was 4.3 million shillings also, but at the end of the day the price came down. We'll talk about that once we are done with what brought us to this channel. Now on the naked eye, you can see this car has some bit of tiny scratches here and there, which is expected from a for a used car, and the grade being 4.5B It shows you that the car is in good condition apart from the normal small dents and scratches. So my client was unable to make a decision on whether to invest on a Toyota Harrier with a hybrid or a Toyota Harrier without a hybrid, but a Toyota Harrier with some very nice body kits and some good mileage. 18,000 kilometers mileage is pretty good. You can take the advantage, maybe sell the car after 3 years, maybe at 99,000 kilometers mileage or 98,000 kilometers mileage. What I didn't know is that the eyes could be deceiving. Now let us start with this black Toyota Harrier. Of course, it's a 2018 model, black in color with all the optional features available. As you can see, it comes with a JBL audio system, keyless entry right there. Everything else in this car was amazing. It was actually good. Even though we had not looked at this, we could actually see that the car was nice, because when you're purchasing a vehicle, you don't go into the undersides. You usually look at some of the things that you can actually see with the naked eye. So we started with the boot section. You can clearly see it's nice. It looks clean with the JBL system, subwoofer intact. The panoramic sunroof was okay. Sunroof is working. Accessories were there. The mileage, of course, we verified from QISJ. It was 8,000 kilometers mileage. The engine bay was clean. There was no signs of any wrongdoing of the vehicle. The interior was good, and this Toyota Harrier comes with memory seat settings, something that you don't usually get in most of the Toyota Harriers. From the outside, everything was good. Everything was good. Very nice black color. My client liked this because black is a premium color. It had panoramic sunroof. Then in the last minute, some guy called me and told me, let us check out some other Toyota Harrier. Come and see it. So we went down to the showroom, and we found this Toyota Harrier. It was amazing. From the first look, the car was nice, and my client was like, damn, we are done. This is it. This is the vehicle that I'm going to purchase. So we decided, before we make the purchase, let us take our time and look at 1, 2, 3 things. From the exterior, everything was okay. The fact that it had some nice body kit, the car would be a perfect choice. The silver color was amazing because it matched with the wheels, it matched with the headlights. Look at the headlights. Yeah, it kind of gives the car a uniform look. The grille also, instead of the green finish, you have this one is a bit gray, chrome finishing on top. The car matched nicely in each and every part. So my client was ready to take this vehicle. Now you can notice that this car has no JBL audio system, and also it has no panoramic sunroof. The interior is good, but also you notice the seats. The seats are a bit different from what we saw. If you look at the seats here at the center, there is this one has some bit of fabric material here, some high grade quality or high grade fabric material, unlike the other one. In the engine bay, just like the other one, everything was okay. As you can see from the fluids, everything is nice. And considering the car has 18,000 kilometers mileage, everything was good. Everything was nice. The mileage was verifiable, 18,000 kilometers mileage. Now, the client decided, before he purchased this vehicle, I would like someone to come and check it out and help in making the decision, because he was caught between this this silver Toyota Harrier and the other black Toyota Harrier. So we had to wait for one extra day for someone to travel from wherever he was. So the other guy came, they saw both of the cars, and now the person who was to purchase the vehicle was dead into this. He was like, man, this car has low mileage, it looks very good, no complaints about it. And he was like, yeah, I'm going for this. But the brother was like, no. He was questioning that mileage, that 18,000 kilometers mileage. An 8-year-old vehicle with 17,000 kilometers mileage is a bit questionable, but since the mileage was very viable, he was like, okay, good. Now, to him, he wanted a car with a sunroof. That's why he wanted this one. So he picked this one, while the buyer wanted the silver Toyota Harrier. So you are caught in between which one. Now I was the third person there, and I was to help them decide which car is the best for them to purchase. Now the purchasing power always lands on the client, and I was like, it comes down to you guys to decide which car you are taking. After all, you are the ones who will be paying for it. Now, but from the naked eye, I was also going for the silver Toyota Harrier because it was a clean vehicle. It looks actually very nice. Personally, I think I like this Toyota Harrier more than the other one. And at the end of the day, a decision was not made because everyone was on the other side until the client said, let us do a pre-purchase inspection. And I was like, okay, why not? So we called someone from a very famous pre-purchase inspection company. I know we all know that individual who it is. And they took their time and came to check the vehicle. They took their time. I think each vehicle was around 1 hour 30 minutes. They did a rigorous look into the vehicle. The interior was nice. Everything was okay. And all I can say is that nobody expected the result that we saw. The result was absolutely shocking, especially for this silver Toyota Harrier. I'm not saying the car is bad, but whatever we saw there, it was it was a shocker. Now, let me show you the result of whatever we found in both the two vehicles. So I'll start with the black Toyota Harrier. Now, with the black Toyota Harrier, the mileage 88,000 kilometers, and the mileage was authentic. We were able to verify it from QISJ Japan. From the exterior look, from all the photos, you can clearly see that the car is nice, even though the alloys are not the original alloys, but they are original alloys from Japan. From the back, everything was okay. From the sides, everything was good. Apart from the minor scratches here and there, it was in a generally acceptable state. It's a car that you would buy without even thinking twice. The interior also in this one looked a bit more premium. I wish I had a photo of the front door, the driver's door, because that's where the memory seat settings were located. Now the quality of the leather on this seat was a bit higher than what is available on the silver Harrier. Electric seats, cruise control is available here, your push to start, everything else is intact. The back seats also are nice, interior is very clean, the clusters were nice, mileage also indicating the same thing. The engine bay was very much okay, as you can see here. Everything is good, very nice looking. Now, this is where the pre-purchase inspection now started. Those are some of the things that you should always be checking for. Tire accessories, all of them were intact. Your towing hook, your jacks, your wheel spanner, all of them were available in this. In the boot section, this one had an extra accessory, and that is the JBL audio system, which improves the quality of the audio. Another thing, this one had a panoramic sunroof, which personally I think it was something nice. On the underside, the tires were nice. Tires are in good condition. The front right interior wheel side was nice, as you can see. If there is any rust, very minimal rusting, but everything else was looking nice, especially the joints. The catalytic converter was present, no leakage on the engine sump. As you can see, the the left side, the interior of the left side of the wheel was all clean. Everything is nice. No leakages on the gearbox also. As you can see, it looks very nice. Differential was in good condition. The rear left coil springs were also very much okay. So basically, what I can say about the black Toyota Harrier was that everything was in good shape. Everything was in perfect condition. So I'll rush you through it so that you can at least get to see the other vehicle. Look at this. Apart from minimal rust on the rear drive shaft, everything else was okay. The underside was good. The only problem that we had on this is that the infotainment system was in Japanese, and also it was requesting for an SD card, so we had to get an SD card for this. Now, the report was that in terms of painting, as you can see, the car ticked almost all the boxes. There were no minor scratches were detected on the vehicle, which is very much common. On the engine bay, everything else was okay. Everything was checking out to be fine. And of course, as you can see, everything was checking out nicely as expected. The control arm bushings were a bit because of some small rusting and all that. Everything else was very much okay. No minor rust. The car failed that because you saw there was some bit of rusting, which is something very negligible, and that one can be treated with anti-rust treatment. From the physical findings, the tires were in good condition. There are minor scratches on the vehicle. The car has its original paint. Panel alignment was good. Interior finding, AC is working nicely. Infotainment is working well. The windows and side mirrors are working. Everything was nice. The only thing here was that the unit required an SD card. Apart from that, everything else was good. In the engine bay finding, the engine oil, brake fluid and coolant level were all okay. There were no leaks. The serpentine belt was in good condition. Battery is in good condition. On the underside, there were no leaks on the engine and gear sump. There is minor rust on the rear drive shaft because, as you can see in the report, there was an X there. The differential was in good condition. The rear control arm bushings were aging but still in good condition. The catalytic converter was okay. Now, in the drive test, the car picked nicely. The braking was good. The engine and gearbox performance was perfect. The steering and handling was good. Now, the conclusion of this one was after a thorough inspection, there were aging rear lower control arms, rust on the rear drive shaft, which we were advised to use anti-rust treatment, minor scratches on the unit, which buffing could easily sort that, and also the car required an SD card, with which we sorted that immediately. Now let us look at the other vehicle and see what were some of the findings. If you find this interesting, make sure you subscribe to the channel, follow me for more, because I think this is a nice eye-opener video for you guys. Let us now check out this silver Toyota Harrier with 18,000 kilometers mileage. As you can see here, the mileage is 18,000, which was also authentic. We were able to verify that, which is something very easy to do right now. As you can see here from the photos, everything looks nice. Nothing looks amiss. The spares also available, the accessories were available. In the boot section, you notice that there was no JBL audio system because this is not the premium or not the highest grade of the Toyota Harrier. There were fabric finishing on the seats. The engine bay looks nice. Yeah, from the first impression, you can clearly see that everything is very much okay. In the underside, that's where things started going south. This is the front side, the front right interior wheel side. Rust on the calipers. Look at this. Look at all that rust on the hub. Front left side interior wheel also had a lot of rust. Rust in the calipers and hub. Also the rust on the calipers, of course. There are no leaks on the engine sump, which is okay. Rust on the hub also. Look at this. Look at all this rust, man. The vehicle came with snow tires, which are in good condition, but they are not recommended for the Kenyan roads. There were a lot of rust also on the bolts. The differential was in good condition despite minimal rusting. The rear shocks were also good, but as you can see inside there, there's some bit of rusting and all that. The right shock absorbers also and ball joint had some rusting. The left coil springs had some bit of rusting, but not major rusting. Yeah, aging upper control arms and bushings, and there were no leaks on the underside. So the most alarming thing here was the rusting on almost all the underside components of the vehicle, and this was really shocking because we expected the 88K Harrier to have a lot of rust, but this one, anyway, We didn't expect to see rust in either of these vehicles, but an 18,000 kilometer mileage vehicle was an absolute shocker. Now, the physical inspection, everything else was okay, apart from the correct tire specifications, of which this vehicle had winter tires. The engine bay was nice. As you can see, everything was good. Engine levels, everything was nice. As you can see, all green ticks over here. The ball joint bushings were not in good condition. That's why you can see an X here. And yeah, as you move down, we started getting a lot of X's. No minor rust, X. No minor rust, no major rust, X. Which means the vehicle had major rust, of course, as you can see from the photos. And the findings is that the tires were in good condition. There are no scratches or dents on the vehicle, unlike the other one. The car had original paint. The rear bumper had been buffed. Panel alignment also was good. Interior, I can easily say everything was good apart from the jack. The jack was missing on this unit. Engine findings, everything else was in good condition. Underside findings, there are no leaks on the engine bay, on the engine and gearbox sump. And now the shocker is that there is a substantial amount of rust on the wheel hubs and calipers. There's rust on the chassis, there's rust on the rear shafts. There is a catalytic converter, which is expected. Apart from that, the picking was good, braking also is good, the engine and gearbox performance is good, the steering wheel, or the steering and handling also was very good. So apart from the rusting, the silver vehicle passed all the other inspections. But yes, this is what made the biggest difference. And of course, from what you see, you know what is expected. The client ended up purchasing the black Toyota Harrier at 4 million shillings flat. The silver Toyota Harrier, the price, the showroom was selling it at last price 4,050,000 Kenyan shillings. So I think this is just an eye opener. If you think pre-purchase inspection is something funny, I think after this video you should be able to see why you should be able to do pre-purchase inspection. Thank you very much. This is just an educational video. I'm not here to bash any showroom or do anything. No showroom has been mentioned here. No individuals have been mentioned. It's just an assessment of what happened, and these are just findings. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. As always, I'll see you in the next one.